out wherever you like. I was like, oh god, this is gonna be a rough episode.
It was fun to shoot, and like all the emotional ups and downs were incredible. But like I remember the three of us being upstairs in the hottest room, and we all had. It was so hot, but we all had. It was just after we had shot the scene where were going down or whatever, but not going down.
Finally, this convention's finally taking the turn I've been wanting it to take.
No, so we're getting ready to do one cut where we're going down the stairs, and so we're all sitting up there, and we're like, okay, so Gabby's method. Do you guys know what method means? Like she really feels what she like. Where maybe it's kind of in between, but I'll cry, and then as soon as I'm done, I'm telling jokes. Like it's just so we're all different with how we act. So we're all upstairs supposed to be crying, and they're both sitting there like. And I'm looking at him like, I am not a real actress. Like, should I be more in character? And then all of a sudden, all three of us have to go down crying again. It was just time after time, but it was a fun experience. The three of us were up there in that hot box room. Hot box.
There we go, people. Yeah. Somebody stand up on a table and break something.
I actually like the last episode too, when I proposed to you. That's cute. I didn't like it as much as all of season 1 though.
But what you're not telling them is what we had to negotiate in that scene before you guys got caught. The network negotiations were insane.
We weren't allowed to
what they were allowed to do and not to do. Meanwhile, across the everybody was getting naked. Right, just like this on their knees. They weren't allowed to lay down on the bed. They were allowed to lay down on the bed. And wasn't it a big fight about wearing somebody showing their bra, right? Wasn't that a big deal? Was somebody bra showing?
No, it wasn't me.
No, I know it was Gabby.
That's all I did.
Science class.
Yeah, we couldn't be too underdressed.
They couldn't lay down. They had to be on their knees. There was no tongue, never any tongue.
No.
And I think, didn't you guys had already done it, right? And
We weren't allowed to be kissing in bed.
Oh, you mean your character. So that was what was crazy. So there was all that stuff about what they were allowed to do. And I remember Bethany got on the phone, the director, and she was on the phone with the network. She goes, I have to make it believable. And you're not helping us make it believable. And it's the moment that everybody was waiting for. The moment when you guys get together. And they're like, okay, stand up, be quiet, be careful, don't. So it was a drag, I thought.
Did you address the fact that when Ashley and Aiden had
You guys had to do
it
everything.
was like raunchy on top and
Yeah, we addressed it a lot. I actually kept a little score sheet that I would go to the network and I'd go, okay, guys and girls, they're up 10.
Right.
Girls and girls, 0 this week. Yeah, in fact, the episode that you guys did where you slow danced and there was the kiss, where I made you eat that terrible cold Chinese food.
Yeah. We were both like, I don't want it. It's old. I don't want it. And so you see us laughing, and everyone's like, oh, that's so cute. I'm like, that was the
It was disgusting.
Chinese.
There was.
I was like, no,
It was actually from the Ming Dynasty. That's all. Incredibly old. But there was a fight about you guys making out in that one too. And I think they ultimately cut the kiss out of the episode. I don't know.
Yeah.
And we got Melissa Etheridge to give us a song. I mean, they got the kiss.
I know, and the first time we ever kissed, it was the season finale, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. It was not our fault. I swear to God. We wanted a lot more. Yes. Kind of. Kind of.
I saw it, and I was like, why? There had to be a million others. It was probably the network that was like, let's do that one first.
And yet they let you make out with that girl that we didn't like so much. No, she was a nice person, but I mean, the character was not nice. We didn't like her.
We all got to set, and we were just in our clothes, waking up out of bed. The scene was lit, like it was ready to go. The cameras were ready. The guys, there was like 18 people sitting there.
It was funny too. They didn't. I'm sure you guys have heard this, but no one warned me what she was going to be wearing, and it wasn't just pasties. I was aware that she was going to be pretty much nude, but I didn't know. I just thought she was going to be wearing pasties. She took the coat off, and there were feathers on it, and just blowing in it. And so I'm like trying to make eye contact completely, but it was like different every time. You got like army ones and the pink feathers, and they were funny. They were, yeah. It was good. It was funny.
Are there any more questions?
Can I get my favorite?
Oh.
What about me?
I was totally going to let you answer your question, but then I remembered you're Maeve, and I was going to skip you.
I'll make it really quick, but it's obviously come out wherever you are for the reasons they already gave, and also it with such trust between actors to do that, and that was hard because we're like best of friends. But I just wanted to add that I loved paintball. I loved paintball.
That was a fun episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You hit me, I think. Or was it Valerie? I don't know. Yeah, here, and I was bruised forever. I loved that episode, but I also loved the episode where Aiden has that freak out dream.
Oh, right.
Where we all, like, Spencer's, like, all, like, whacked out. You have a baby.
Too many girls not invaded.
And I get to say my favorite line of anything I've ever done.
I remember that. That was
You're just in time for pizza.
We tried to make a complete spin-off series based on that scene alone, Maeve and I. We're like, just what happens if, Aiden and Paula just kind of get together
I
and they
pitched that so
open a
many
pizza
times.
restaurant.
Tom Lynch would see me, it's never going to happen. I'm like, please,
We tried so hard.
please, can there be like, did you guys ever see The Graduate? It's an old movie, and I really wanted to bring it back.
Very serious set it was, Daly. Very serious.
It's hard for me to pick out a certain day because I swear to you guys, every day I would drive to work, I would just think, thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be going to work, A, B, going to work with these people, and C, doing such a fantastic series. I felt so lucky to be there every day, and every day I left, I was like, I can't wait to go back. But I think the one that stands out, even though it was Whittier, and even though we were, I don't know if you guys know this, but we shot at a youth correctional facility. It was like shut down. It was a prison.
With no air conditioning.
Yeah,
No
literally.
air
It had no AC, no running water. Like, I know, we're so lucky. Like when we first got there, it was like everyone just left. It was like there was a basketball, like still in the basketball court with weeds growing up. There was like little cages where they would like put the prisoners, and there was like stories about why I shouldn't rape and stuff like that, like around. It was like
Yeah, like on the chalkboards.
Yeah.
Classrooms. Yeah, the classrooms for the prisoners or the guys that are in rehab or whatever it was. But we'd walk in these classrooms. This was an active facility that just shut down. Nobody cleaned off the chalkboards, and some of the stuff written, like you said, was really, really crazy. Really crazy. Well, like just erase that and put tonight's history assignment
I know
in.
something, yeah, exactly. But I think my favorite is our scene with no matter who you fall in love with, I think you're lucky, no matter who it is that you get a chance. Like, yeah, and that one still comes back to me a lot. I think it really resonated with our audience, and so it stands out, and it makes me feel like, yeah. And I also love our scene where in your studio we're talking about like people, like how people treat other people and how they call each other names, and we all have to deal with it in different ways. And I felt like just so many poignant, beautiful scenes that we had. I felt really lucky. Yes, Paige, you're awesome. Thank you so much. And it's like writers give you gifts. Like, it's like as actors, we don't know what we're going to say half the time, and they give us these beautiful gifts that we get to present, and we get all the credit. And they're really the ones that do such lovely work. So yeah, we were really blessed to have these wonderful ladies as our voices. Really, really lovely.
They say that until we hand them a brand new page and say, you've got 5 minutes.
Or they don't hand you the page, and they're like, all right, come here. So I need you to cross out that line and that line and that line, change it to this, 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 and this, and this. Okay, look, but don't say it like this, because you got to really think about the thing, and then change the that, back to that, and action. You're like, okay.
I only did that once.
You never know what to do, really. Once every afternoon. More questions. Let's go with like 3 more questions, and then I'll bring everybody in and we can get some autographs. I just walk right past you. I was like, hey, you got a question? I'm out of here.
Just for Maeve, about the pizza line. I saw a picture online like right after that episode, and it was the picture of you laying on the bed, and it said pizza slut on it.
Pizza slut? I love that. Promise, can you do a tattoo of me with pizza slut? I love it. You've got to send that to me. Where do I find that? That's brilliant.
It still
Thank
makes
you.
me cry. Okay. That reminded me. One's just kind of a comment, and then I'll get to the question. I really want to kudos to Nancy for the way you wrote Spencer specifically, because when I watched the show, I was 11 years old, and I had just come out, and yeah, thank you. Well, I'm 21 now, so that's like 10 solid years of loving the show.
The fact that you knew, and you needed to do that.
Yeah, and
I was still trying to kiss my Girl Scout friends.
and I knew about the L word and stuff, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to be able to really relate to like 30-something lesbians in LA stuff. So this was really great to find on a cable network no one had even heard of. And anyway, but the way that you wrote Spencer was really different for me. That when she's first coming to terms with her attraction to Ashley, it's like it wasn't really, wow, this is wrong. Like I feel so ashamed. It's just more like my life is going to be so much harder now that I'm realizing this is who I am. But she never had that feeling of that, it's like, well, I'm sure she was like, what's my mom going to think? But it's like, but she didn't really think it was evil or wrong or anything like that, even though that's how she was probably raised, but.
I'm calling to tell her stories.
Yeah. But I guess, thank you. Because that was just really refreshing for me to see at that young age, which gave me the courage to go on and not feel like, my life isn't going to be easy. And it wasn't, it hasn't. But, I never went back in that closet as soon as I came out,
Not to make a joke at all. But what's the question? I gotta just put my 2 cents in for no reason whatsoever.
Okay, my question is just random, other than the great writing. That's who came up with the idea for the series finale to put the Spashly shout out in there, like the little keychain thing? Is that just last minute?
For future guys, don't ever give a group of actors at a panel a keychain, or you'll lose them completely.